Let's talk about one of the most confusing and painful questions out there. It's a paradox that so many of us have seen or maybe even lived through. You know who I'm talking about. Maybe you are her. You're brilliant, you've got the career, the friends, the life, everything is on track. But when it comes to him, suddenly none of the rules seem to apply. So what is really going on? Why does a woman who can run a company, who can solve any problem, feel so completely stuck when it comes to this one person? I promise you, it's not what you think. And the real reason is something most people have never even heard of. This right here, this is what we call the smart woman's paradox. And really understanding it is the very first step to breaking free. Okay, let's get one thing straight right away. This has absolutely nothing to do with being weak. Nothing. In fact, we're about to see how your own intelligence can become part of the very trap that holds you there. The real culprit is a powerful, hidden psychological force. So what is this force? Well, it's tricky because it disguises itself as this intense, passionate, once-in-a-lifetime love. But it's actually something much, much darker. It's called trauma bonding. And the whole secret is right there in the definition. It's an intense attachment, for sure. But it's created by a chaotic cycle of being torn down and then built back up by the very same person. And this is the part that will change how you see everything. This isn't just a feeling in your heart. This is chemistry in your brain. That constant cycle of pain, then relief, it creates this powerful chemical cocktail. Your brain gets flooded with stress hormones, and then it gets a hit of dopamine when things are good again. You become, quite literally, addicted to the high of the good times just to get relief from the pain. It is a biological hook. So how do you tell the difference? Well, look at this. It's night and day, right? Healthy love is about consistency, safety, respect. It feels secure. Trauma bonding feels like an insane roller coaster. You have these incredible highs and devastating lows. You feel addicted, and you find yourself defending behavior that you know is wrong. Just take a breath for a second. That feeling of being on a roller coaster, making excuses for things you shouldn't have to, feeling completely hooked on those moments of relief just to survive the rest. Does any of this sound painfully familiar? Now this is where things get really wild, because we're about to look at how your single greatest asset, your own mind, can actually become the very thing that works against you. I know it sounds impossible, right? What if the very intelligence that makes you so good at everything else is the same thing that's keeping you stuck? It happens all the time. Here's exactly how it works. Your amazing analytical brain kicks into overdrive. You try to analyze their behavior to find a logical explanation for why they do what they do. You rationalize it. And because you are a natural problem solver, you turn inward. You think, if I were just a little better or smarter or more understanding, I could fix this. You treat it like a puzzle you're determined to solve. But then, eventually, something has to give. There comes a moment when all the logic and all the rationalizing just fades away, and a deeper emotional truth finally breaks through. And this, right here, is the heart of it all. It was never about a lack of knowledge. It was about an abundance of hope. It was about a loyal heart that just wouldn't quit, even when it probably should have. So, seeing the trap for what it is, that's the first huge step. The next one is deciding to finally, truly choose yourself again. So where do you even begin? Right here. First, stop looking at their potential, who they could be, and start acknowledging the reality of the pattern. Second, start to detach emotionally. It doesn't have to be all at once, just one conversation, one day at a time. And third, and this is the game changer, take all that fierce loyalty, all that incredible energy you poured into them, and reinvest it right back where it belongs, in yourself. I want you to leave with this thought burned into your mind. Walking away is not failure. It is the ultimate act of victory. It's the moment you finally stop auditioning for a role that was never meant for you and start starring in your own life. The real question was never, why did she stay? The real question is, what are you going to do now that you know?